It is seen anyone has to ask a question to a doctor. 8 out of 10 times it is not concerning a prescription, but a doubt one may have in his or her own mind about a health issue or something you heard. Well, for all such doubts, all such queries, we are here at Dr. Saab, Hindi on Wednesdays and English on Fridays. Do subscribe and share our podcast to your contacts and friends. So let's begin today our webinar on lifestyle management and a bit of diabetes. We'll continue in our subsequent podcasts. So the first question that comes to mind when we say lifestyle ailments, what are lifestyle ailments? All diseases can be classified into two groups. One, which are caused by some bacteria or virus. These are called infectious diseases. And other diseases which do not have an agent, no bacteria, no virus, and they are caused by our lifestyle, the way we live our life. Nature and God has given us a body. What do we feed that body? How do we keep that body fit? And how much stress we give to that body decides on these ailments. So the second question comes is, what are the lifestyle ailments? Which ones are the lifestyle ailments? Blood pressure, diabetes, cholesterol problems, obesity, overweight or obesity or morbid obesity, alcoholic cirrhosis, and a lung condition called COPD, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, which is due to smoking. And what are our lifestyles that may lead to these diseases? Faulty diet, we consume too many calories, we consume too much sugar, we consume too much salt, too much oil, sedentary lifestyle, we do not exercise, we all become couch potato, and as our income levels increase, we have a vehicle, then our walking stops totally. And now with the latest thing of counting steps, let me tell you, counting 10-12,000 steps in a day does not work, because every waiter in a restaurant will walk around 15,000 steps a day, but that does not make him or her healthy. And alcohol abuse, drinking excessive amount of alcohol, not looking at nutrition, smoking. These are the lifestyles that give us these lifestyle ailments. Now coming to diabetes, which is the most important disease, India already is and will continue to be the diabetes capital of the world. By 2025, we expect almost 10% plus Indians to have diabetes, and that's a huge number. So what are some of the myths people have in their mind, some wrong notions which need to be clarified if they have to manage their diabetes? Diabetes is caused by consuming too much of sugar or sweet. So people say, I will never have diabetes, I don't take sweets. This is not true. Diabetes is a disease of consuming too much of calories. You may not consume sweets, but you eat too many calories in oil, in form of cereals. I had a patient who used to consume 4 chapatis for breakfast, 8 for lunch, 8 for dinner, and only dal and potato. No sweets, no fried. And he had diabetes which we couldn't control till we brought down the content of cereal. So diabetes is a disease of calorie consumption, chronic long time calorie consumption over years, that will lead to obesity and that will lead to diabetes. So remove this thought from your mind. It doesn't mean that you can eat too much of sweets. but diabetes is not caused by eating too much of sweet. Then I have people who come to me and with a smile they tell me, Sir, I have borderline diabetes. There is nothing, NOTHING, nothing like borderline diabetes. You are either a non diabetic or you are a pre diabetic. Pre diabetic means you are likely to get diabetes in next 5 years if you are not careful, or you are a confirmed diabetic. So please bear in mind, just because someone told you that you are borderline does not give you liberty, does not give you a comfort zone. And in a lighter vein, I must say that people who live on borders are more at risk of terrorism, of accidental firing, and diabetes is like a terrorist in our body which one day will wake up and cause you a heart attack or a stroke. So there is nothing like borderline diabetes. All pre-diabetics are at same risk of diabetes as a full diabetes are, like heart attack, stroke, kidney failure. Then there are some people who say that if you get diabetes, no, you can't eat normal food. You need your special food. Again, a myth. Diabetics can eat the same food rest of the family eats with some restrictions of certain things that they cannot eat or certain things that they can eat only in moderation. That means limited quantity. So if I have to define the diet of a diabetic in one word, I would say it is moderation. Nothing in excess. Even if you're taking almonds for your nutrition, it can't be more than 5 almonds in a day. You can eat everything. We will talk more in detail in the subsequent week podcasts on diet of diabetics and how you can manage. But you can eat what your family eats. You don't need to cook special meals. Then there's another myth that people with diabetes cannot eat fruit. No, you can eat fruit, but limited fruits. Each fruit has a glycemic index, that means how much sugar it will increase by consumption. So, for a diabetic, the safest fruits are apple, papaya, guava, and orange. Only if a diabetic has kidney disease, he or she cannot take orange. But these four fruits are allowed. In a day, two fruits. Another point that you must remember is you cannot eat a fruit with a meal. You have to take a fruit either 2 hours before or 2 hours after a meal. So, the best thing I tell my patients is have a fruit between breakfast and lunch, and second between lunch and dinner, that's around 4:35 p.m. Then a diabetic must avoid sugar, but jaggery and honey are okay. Again, wrong. If a sugar is 100% adverse, then jaggery is 98% adverse and honey is 105% adverse. Honey is a concentrated form of sugar. Then some people say that I take demerara sugar or brown sugar. I don't take refined sugar. Sorry, it is equally adverse effects. So whichever form of sugar, sugar cube, sugar powder you can't take. Then some people say that you cannot take alcohol. As I told you, that one word of a diabetic is moderation. Of course, you can consume alcohol, but within limitations, maybe once a week. But that day, you have to take care of your consumption. Of course, alcohol has calories, but more calories go in what people eat along with alcohol. Peanuts, cashew nuts, cheeselings, papad. Avoid all that. Have only salad, and the day you have alcohol, that meal avoid rice and chapati. Have only vegetables or fish, and with whatever quantity you think is moderation for you. If you take in the night, next morning do check your fasting sugar to evaluate whether your blood sugar is normal or not. Then again the query comes is, doctor, I love sweets, but now I can't eat sweets. See, it's not that you can never eat sweets, but you cannot eat sweets like other people. Like you have a meal, you go to a party, you have a meal, and then you go to dessert counter and you have all the desserts available. No. There are certain artificial sweeteners which are proved or approved by FDA USA for baking, for cooking. So you can make your kheer, you can make your payasam, you can make your shira using these approved artificial sweeteners. One of them is stevia, another one is aspartame. So yes, sweets can be taken, and again, if a meal you want to take one sweet, then skip cereals, skip chapati that time, and always take care to check your blood sugar 2 hours after that meal. So you know that half peda or half slice of burfi, how much sugar it is adding to your diet. I think this is enough for today. I will continue more about diabetes and then blood pressure in subsequent podcasts. So, friends, follow us on our podcasts to get information about future episodes and circulate among your friends. Also, come back to us if you have a query about anything that we have covered or we have not covered so far. Thank you.
Folks, this is your pilot. We have to land immediately and hurry to the Xfinity Black Friday sale. Now through December 5th, learn how to get HBO Max included for 1 year with internet.
Drop everything and get to the Xfinity Black Friday sale. Go to Xfinity.com today. Restrictions apply. Ad-supported version of HBO Max.